Hello students, myself Niranjan Muchandi, Department of ENC, Jain College of Engineering. In the previous lecture, we have seen Mason's signal flow graph, introduction, definitions, and Mason's gain formula. In this lecture, we are going to solve a problem on Mason's gain formula. First problem, find the overall transfer function by using Mason's gain formula for the signal flow graph given in the figure. So here we can see a signal flow graph is given. Starting with a source node, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 nodes, and the gain is written on the top of the arrow, that is G1, we have G3, G4, G5, G6, G2, and we have feedback which is minus H1. There's one more feedback, minus H2, which represents negative feedback. So first we need to check how many forward paths we have and number of loops we should calculate. So looking at the diagram, we have two forward paths, G1, G3, G4, G5, G6. So it is one forward path. I like to just remind you, a forward path is a path which starts from the source node and ends at to the destination node without repeating any node. And there is one more forward path starting from G1, G2, G6. So there are two forward paths, and we need to check now the number of loops. So looking at the diagram, you can just analyze the number of loops we have. A loop is nothing but starting from one node and ending at the same node without touching any node twice. So here we can just name it loop L1. We can take it as starting from the third node, going to the fourth node and coming back to the third node, that is G4 into minus H1. It becomes minus G4 H1. And there is one more loop which starts from second node, goes to third, fourth, fifth and come back to second. So it becomes G3, G4, G5 into minus H2. So it becomes minus G3, G4, G5, H2. That is a second loop. We have a third loop which is starting at the second node, going directly to the fifth node and coming back to the second node. So here it is given as G2 into minus H2. So it becomes minus G2 into H2. So we have three loops, and we have to just check how many non-touching loops are there. So the loops which are not touching to each other are called as non-touching loops. So if you consider loop L1, that is minus G4 into H1, is not touching L3, that is minus G2 into H2. So these two loops are non-touching loops. So we know the Mason's gain formula. The overall transfer function is given by summation Tk delta k divided by delta, where k is number of forward paths and Tk is the gain of the kth forward path. So we know that we have two forward paths. So the formula will become k equal to 2, that is summation k equal to 2. So it becomes T1 delta 1 plus T2 delta 2 divided by delta. So we'll just see. So here we have two forward paths. We can see here T1, T2, where T1 is G1, G3, G4, G5, G6. T2 is G1, G2, G6. We have 3 loops, L1 minus G4, H1, L2 is minus G3, G4, G5, H2, and L3 is minus G2, H2. And we have non-touching loops, that is L1 and L3 is a combination of 2 non-touching loops. So here we see G2 and minus H2 is a loop which is not touching to the loop G4 minus H1, and the overall transfer function is given as T1 delta 1 plus T2 delta 2 divided by delta. So we know T1, we know T2 delta. In the previous video we have seen the delta formula, which is given as 1 minus summation of all the single loops plus summation of 2 non-touching loops minus summation of 3 non-touching loops, and so on. So here we have to remember, whenever it is delta, it starts with 1, the first sign is minus, the next sign will be plus, the next sign will be again minus, and so on. So when we are calculating delta with respect to this problem, it becomes 1 minus summation of all the single loops. So summation of all the single loops means it becomes 1 minus summation is L1 plus L2 plus L3. Then we have plus combination of 2 non-touching loops, so and so on. We have combination of 2 non-touching loops, that is L1 and L3. So L1 into L3, and we don't have 3 non-touching loops, and we need to calculate delta 1. So when you're calculating delta 1, delta 2, just remember that delta 1 is equal to, we need to see to this forward path, that is T1 forward path, that is G1, G3, G4, G5, G6, which is the loop which is not touching this forward path. We can see L1 is touching, also L2 and also L3. So all the 3 loops are touching to this forward path. So the value of delta 1 will become 1, and we'll see delta 2 for the forward path T2. The T2 follows a path G1, G2, G6. So delta 2 becomes 1 minus number of single loops which are not touching to the forward path T2. So we have L1, that is minus G4 into H1, which is not touching to this forward path. We have L2, we can see it is starting with the second node G3, G4, G5, H2. That means it is touching the second forward path, so it cannot be considered. Third loop G2 into H2, obviously it is overlapping it. So only loop which is not touching the second forward path is minus G4 into H1, that is L1, which is not touching. So we'll just substitute this in the formula and we'll find out the total transfer function for this problem. We have L1 is minus G4 H1 and L3 is minus G2 H2. If you multiply L1 and L3, it becomes minus into minus plus G2 G4 H1 H2. So I'll just substitute that, and once you substitute this, the next step is just multiplying and getting the final value. So to the total transfer function is given as G1 G3 G4 G5 G6 plus G1 G2 G6 plus G1 G2 G4 G6 into H1 divided by 1 plus G4 H1 plus G3 G4 G5 H2 plus G2 H2 plus G2 G4 H1 H2. So this is the total transfer function of the problem. So when you get this kind of a problem where you have to where you have to find out the total transfer function using Mason's gain formula, the first step is to find total number of forward paths, then number of loops, then you need to find 2 non-touching loops, then we need to find 3 non-touching loops if they are there, and so on. Then it is just a substitution. So I'll be dropping this solved problem in the group as the images, so you can go through that, and I'll be giving 2 more problems as assignment. So referring to this problem, how to solve, you can solve those 2 problems. Keep the notes ready. Once the college resumes, so you can resubmit it. And next class we'll solve 2 more problems on signal flow graph, and then we can move to block diagram to signal flow graph, and then finding transfer function using Mason's gain formula and also using simultaneous equations. So we have seen in the previous lecture how to convert equations into signal flow graph, and also how to convert a block diagram into a signal flow graph. So if you have any doubts, you can get back to me. Thank you.